He suddenly saw through the door crack.
His close friend confessed to his wife,
But he didn't have the courage to rush in
until he made a noise by accident.
This broke the warm atmosphere inside. As the two found him, he pretended he was just grabbing something, but he never expected. He said they would send 2 staff to train a hack. The spots fell to his buddy and his former wife's name. Now Jason was completely panicked, thinking they'd be alone for a day and night.
His mind swirled with steamy images.
He would instantly think it's the 2 of them, but then he wondered what it had to do with him. Originally, he had disliked his wife, which caused him to leave her. Now what right did he have to care so much? But Jason understood well, still found it hard to control his jealousy, especially after vivid scenes of their passion came to mind. Jason could not bear it anymore, so he quickly took a cab to the training spot. After an eager search, suddenly he saw 2 people kissing in the park. Cared less about much.
He tried to force them apart,
But they mistook someone again. They're about to get hit. Running away, Jason bumps into Agent Yoon and Emily. What are you doing here? Faced with their confused expressions, Jason, thick-skinned, offered no response. But this messed up Agent Yu's day plans. Then angrily questioning Jason about why he is there, but he gave a reason that was rather silly. Turns out Agent Yoon came here to borrow a car from Jason. He rushed over for a car, but then he said he was too tired and would stay overnight.
his contradictory excuses left Agent Yoon in tears.
At that moment, Emily came out of the restroom. Then she proposed to grab a meal
Jason quickly nodded in agreement.
and put on a proud expression. Just as the three were chatting about movies at the table, Jason once again discovers Emily's secret.
In his memory,
Emily has always liked romantic films, and every time she watched, she was easily moved to tears. But now he hears she likes comedy films. She said she only watches romantic films when sad. It gives her a reason to. I don't have to show my weaknesses, and I can have a good cry. Hearing Emily's secret, Jason thought on his past life. Emily told him one day he must go to his father-in-law's memorial tonight, but he forgot because of work. When he got home, he saw that Emily was crying at the movie, but he just stood silently at the doorway, thinking she was just moved by the film. As time went on, it felt only right. He thought his wife only liked sentimental love stories. Now, looking back, Jason realized
he never reached his wife's heart.
turns out she was seeking comfort. You back then must have been incredibly lonely. He had solely focused on work back then.
And despite seeing how hard it was for her,
He always chose to ignore it. At that moment, Jason sat slowly at the table, looking at the sleeping Emily. His mind was filled with their past memories, from the days in love filled with joy, to when she was worn down by life after marriage. In that moment, he finally got it. It wasn't that his wife wanted to turn bitter, but that she had an incompetent husband. And Jason gently placed his hand on Emily's head. He immediately said sorry to her, but then Emily woke up suddenly. As their eyes met, Jason quickly said she had dirt on her head. Though it eased the awkwardness right away, Emily still felt a strange sense. Back in the room, she couldn't help but keep recalling the scene earlier. Ever since she first met Jason, she sensed a strange familiarity. From hearing Jason call her a nickname unknown to outsiders, to the fact that he knew she loved strawberry milkshakes. Her sick mother also referred to him as son-in-law.
all these signs left Emily bewildered.
So, the next day after work, Emily called Jason aside. She wanted to feel that strange sensation again, but just as she placed his hand on her head, she suddenly heard someone call husband. Jason quickly looked up and realized it was his current wife, Lucy.